you know what it reminds me of? It's a kind of a theme in my life right now, and that is how quickly you are forgotten.
That's what I come up with this last year. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't there some guy named Jeff Kent who used to live around here?
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Really happen to you guys?
I'm talking in 20 years.
No, it'll be what's his name?
How about 2 weeks?
It won't be Jeff. It won't be Jeff Kent. It's the guy who had the vacuum. See, what is his name?
We pretended to be an actor.
Yeah. People say he used to be good looking. Huh?
I gotta see that.
Philip Roth has that wonderful final scene in the graveyard in Everyman.
Great book.
Where he's touching the stone of his parents, and he feels like almost slipping into the same oblivion that he believes they've gone into.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're talking about.
And you know what? I mean, here he is. He was one of the pivotal writers of my life, you know.
Post-war.
John Updike, Philip Roth, a little before that, James T. Farrell, the Chicago writer. All these guys. Already, my daughter doesn't know who James T. Farrell is.
Wow, that's...
She hasn't read the Studs Lonigan trilogy about Irish immigrants in Chicago.
It's a great one.
He's gone. He's gone. And somebody told me, not only is he gone, but he outlived his own life, his own notoriety. That he lived a long time.
And he was gone before nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, by the time he was dead. And I think he lived in the
I
Chelsea
think we got
Hotel.
books here.
And we have Farrell's on the shelf.
Really?
You know why he's on the shelf?
Because of you.
Because nobody bought one.
Why the hell didn't I bring a couple of vacuums over there?
I did a lot of thinking this last year, you know, when I was, number one, getting so old. I mean, how did I get to be 84? That's just ridiculous.
It was a mistake in arithmetic.
And I don't, you know, I never acted my age. You know, I
Yes.
still hear my father's voice.
About time you started, don't you think, Bob?
Yeah.
No, it's too many years now. I don't know how I'm supposed to act at 84. That's the problem with this last year. I didn't know how much was being 84, how much was cancer, how much was, you know, gas. What was going on in my body? I
Mom
told you.
used to say that one thing that bugged her was knowing that all the knowledge she'd accumulated in her lifetime would be gone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I've been thinking about.
There's some-
It doesn't
there's-
matter. It's okay, though. It's okay.
Well, she has at least she gave at least that piece of wisdom to you.
Yeah.
You still remember
Yeah,
it.
and that's what you do. Is you pass on, and that's you pass that on.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Sure.
How do you feel about old people like us?
I can't stand them.
I don't. I just sit around. Yeah, they make me nervous. And
me-
some really smell bad.
I know we smell, but
Some do.
about these, they have whole institutions. They have them around here. Education for old people. Old
Yeah,
people.
the Ollie
Or
lectures.
something like that. What?
Why not?
You know, like somebody's 82 taking up Spanish. What?
I
Why
did
the
that.
hell not?
I did it. I got
why?
Babbel. I
What's
signed
your
up for
problem with
Babbel.
that?
If you learn 37 languages, how many do you know when you're dead? That's kind of your mother's point. I don't know.
But while you're here, you do the work.
Yeah.
While you're here, you take advantage.
If it's something that gives
That's
you
all.
enjoyment, whether it's applicable to your life or
Yeah.
not, by all means, take Spanish, take basket weaving, take whatever.
Doesn't matter. There's no shoulds. What's the should here?
I'm
I
just,
don't
I
want
just
to take
think it's,
Spanish.
I think
All right,
there's
then
something,
take French.
I
You can
started
take French.
Spanish.
What? There's
when I
something
was
what?
at Dana-Farber. I
find
started taking
something-
Babbel. I signed up for Babbel. I did the first 10 lessons of Babbel.
Will you stop babbling? He has
Yeah,
something to
I
say.
just
Babbel's good.
I just wanted to know what you mean
I find
by it.
something unseemly about self-improvement in old people.
This is a theme of yours.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I see a pattern here.
And it
Well,
may
there
be
go my
personal.
water
I'm
skiing
not going to improve.
That's what they say.
You know, you've reached this place where you're happy. You didn't know you were striving
Perfection,
for that.
Danny. You've reached perfection. That's it. You
didn't
can't
know,
improve on
but
it.
you're happy where you are.
Wait a second. Wait 1 second.
And the drugs help a lot.
Have you or have you not taken on new hobbies in the last few years, like for medicinal
but-
purposes.
Yeah, but that's only
you
for
do that 10
immediate
And Ileana,
gratification.
you've learned new stuff.
But
with
it's
these-
not for self-improvement, not to become so I know more, or can do more, have more
Well,
skills.
I don't think that's the motivation why people
I don't think so
self-improve. It's
either.
because
okay.
they have an
that-
interest that draws them in a direction. If you don't have the interest, then yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
You know,
Now,
you don't
maybe
have-
I'm
there's
just
no
being kind
shoulds.
of puritanical in some way.
Well, there's something that's gnawing at you about
yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Why? Maybe
don't know. I would
let's
think-
psychoanalyze me.
I would suggest therapy. I really would. I think you're right.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one.
Therapy.
I know people who are going into therapy in their 80s.
Yeah, so I
Well,
thought
no,
about
wait,
it.
who are these people you know?
We don't want to know.
I'm not at liberty to say.
I think that's great. I think that's absolutely okay, and it's warranted. And probably
Well,
more of us
there's-
should do it.
So if you have, let's say, like Tommy is doing his paperwork,
Yes.
and still doing his paperwork 30 years later,
Right.
Yeah.
or 20
Yeah.
years later. I lost what I was going to
No,
say.
well, the therapy.
No, I think I know what you were saying. That may be part of getting your papers in order you learn through therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
do
You
something.
open up stuff that you have that
I-
you understand has been closed
I've been
to
thinking
you, and I
about
think
hypnosis.
that
Yeah.
general
No, I'm good at hypnotize.
context
It's amazing.
is not so much about self-improvement for me as it is in, wow, there's shit out here. There's interesting stuff out here.
What that's it.
You know, kind of.
But you want to take it easy. You want to pace yourself. You don't want to find out everything that you didn't know then. Now.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
what-
see, but
what-
I've forgotten
well,
everything.
what if-
so
what
it's
if-
just
what
like
if
it's
I
all
did
there to
something-
learn
Are you
again,
afraid you're going to
know?
explode or something?
Well,
I think he had
too
too
much.
many of those chocolates.
Yes, are you okay? You okay?
I think I know what you mean.
You're not driving, are you?
I think I know what you
Not right
mean.
now.
What if you were to discover, very late in life, I'm talking now,
Speak for
What it-
yourself.
that all your life you had been looking at the world with
Oh,
such,
yeah.
such what do you call those?
Blinders.
Blinders. And that you had, for defensive reasons, for fear of anxiety or something, you hadn't opened up the blinders and taken all of life.
Right.
And then I were to discover it now, and I kind of suspect it, to tell you the truth, then I think, oh my God, I wasted my whole life.
You have
don't
to.
wanna- you
no,
don't-
you don't.
Wouldn't it be
You don't
better
have to look at it that way,
to
though.
die with the blinders on?
No.
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 First,
What a spiritual bunch
no,
I
no,
throw
it's about,
in
it's
with.
about, I'm curious. I'm
bunch of-
curious.
The
fact
I'm
that
going to
you
know.
know-
Let's chip in and send them to Kripalu for a week.
I know.
You know
This
what?
guy came back at the end of Travels with Epicurus.
Right.
He comes home at the end of the book,
Beautiful.
and having made distinctions throughout the book
Yes,
about between the old and the very old,
Right.
and he comes home after unbelievable epiphany on the Greek island, and comes home, and what is his lesson? He asks
Wet
his
bird
wife,
never flies at night.
is it okay that I'm old? Can I be old?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, boy.
That was it.
Yeah.
So
She said no.
Fortunately, it was on the last page, and they'd bought the book already. So, okay, I'll just.
Sherry-
my,
Sherry
this is
saw
my
this.
last
No.
Last curmudgeon?
curmudgeon thing. I love stories. I love that you were able to tell that story
that is
about,
neat.
about your friend. I love it when people tell me stories, particularly from a generation ago.
Right.
And it doesn't even matter if it's a story of historical import, just that it recreates a time and a place and a person for me. I love that. But here comes the curmudgeon part.
Okay.
we're waiting.
Now telling stories is a thing.
Yeah.
And you've got The Moth on radio where
Yeah.
people perfect their stories and then tell them in front of an audience and people cheer. Why does everything have to be a thing?
I have a story to tell, and I have a story about my ancestors. After my mom died, which was 2001, I decided that I wanted to know more about how she grew up and what her life was like in Texas, in West Texas. So Morgan and I, we hopped a plane, went down to West Texas, the town of Hamilton, which is the county seat. I met some second cousins. I saw the graveyard where my grandfather and grandmother are buried, and it brought tears to my eyes. I don't know
Really?
why.
Sure.
And
Your grandparents.
Bluebell, Texas was where they were buried. My
Bluebell.
grandfather. So that was kind of wanting to connect to the past and wanting also to take that past and bring it forward to my kids and my grandkids, et cetera, et cetera.
So
But
be interested.
I think my kids would be, and I think
That's all that counts. Yeah.
After my first summer, I thought, I leaned back, I said, what a great thing I've discovered.
Yeah.
What a great thing I've buying the bookstore, walking in here and being in this lovely town. And the only regret I had is that I was not the guy who had the candy store next door because he had grown up in the town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And all the kids would come.
oh, cool.
And that was when the Eagle was an afternoon paper,
Mm-hmm.
and at 3 o'clock the kids would come with their bicycles to get their bundles. Mom was across the street getting drugs at Haggard's, and then the roast at
Prescription drugs.
Lowe's. Of course.
Yeah.
And then I was in the middle of this triangle. It was just lovely. I just walked into this great place.
it's
And my
storybook.
only regret was I hadn't grown up here. Well, I thought about going back to my hometown.
It wouldn't know
Mount
who the hell
Vernon.
you
No,
are.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Who are you?
Nothing. And so I forgot about it. And 25 years later, I'm coming out of the back room, and a guy's walking in the store. It's around Christmas time, and he walks in with his daughter, and he crouches down, and he puts his arm around his daughter's neck and points at me. And he says, when I was your age, that's the man I bought the books from, too.
The old man
I'm
at the
the-
bookstore.
So I became that guy.
But like you have children living in the area. You have children
do,
living in the area. I have children living in the area. You're about to get great grandchildren living
yeah,
in the
I
area.
got grandchildren
And
right
your
now.
kids one of your kids lives in the area, right?
That's nice, isn't it?
And you know what? It's the way it used to be. And
So it's
I'm turning
different
into a
generation.
corny
Yeah.
old man. It's the way it used to be, and I like
Yeah.
it.
You've gone
too.
from curmudgeon to corny.
Well,
You've gone from curmudgeon to corny.
Well,